We're here at Lakeside Shopping Centre for Top Tier Disciplines Media Day, ahead of the show that is taking place on April the 27th from the Brentwood Centre in Essex. I am now joined by promoter Johnny Clark, the man that has made all this happen. How's your day been?
Yeah, good. My feet are killing me. I forgot to eat again, but yeah, it's been brilliant. It's nice to see all your thoughts and ideas come together and you put it on show and people enjoy themselves as well. That's the main thing, you know.
Yeah, and we've got the ring there, the media set up behind us, obviously this area for the top tier media. And one thing that every boxer has said is what a massive scale this is on. They've never done anything like this. This is not like any other small hall experience they've had. And that is what you sort of pride yourself on, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the niche in the market that I wanted, and they're buying into it, and that's what I really like. Like, I'll be honest with you, two boxers didn't want to come today, and I know it's because they're nervous, and I said, well, the payment plan was on that in the agreement, so if you don't come, we'll have to change it. But they've come and they've enjoyed themselves. Now they've done it, you know. I've been telling everyone, I want to be the Academy of Boxing. So you come on a top tier show yourself, you know, we'll train them up on the media without telling them. They're getting the camera in their face and they're going to have to get on with it. Then they're going to have to do stuff in that ring with people watching and they're nervous, you know. Constantine Ursu was actually a bit shy getting in now.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's going to have to go because I'm telling you, he's going all the way. So things like this he's going to have to get used to. And that's what I'm doing. I'm getting them used to it. It's second nature. For some boxers, it might be the best they're going to go, you know, so they deserve a night like this. But the others, it's an academy and they're going to go on to better things.
Yeah, and to be honest, every boxer today has been brilliant. They've gone in the ring and they've done a good workout. You know, they've not just gone in and got out. They've stayed in there for a while. They've all done good interviews as well. It's actually been brilliant today.
Yeah, no, it's been good to watch. I think Lindsay Basinski took up most of the time, didn't she? She's done a good workout in there. And everyone was buzzing to get in there, you know, and it's what I want, you know. It's drawn a good crowd. It's drawn a very good crowd, and yeah, I'm very proud of today.
Now let's talk about the fights on the show, the fighters that are fighting on April 27th. First of all, obviously we've got the card now, but how has the build-up been in terms of fights pulling out? You know, last show was chaos. Yeah. It literally was. Has it been similar this time?
Yeah, it's been quite similar, but like we called it discipline because you need that to get over the chaos. And listen, medicals are my biggest issue at the moment. So I put a post up yesterday saying, if you're on my June show, go and do your medicals now. Don't wait, because you're going to miss your chance, and I'm going to put a lot of money into you. Like this, their promo videos, cost me an arm and a leg. Without my sponsors, I wouldn't be able to do it, and I just need them to give back what I'm giving them. And they've gone out and done it now. We've got a few touch and go on this show, believe it or not, with the medicals, and it's just not a nice feeling, you know, and it does kick me in the nuts. You know what I mean? When you get that little email from the board saying they can't come on, you're like, why ain't it sorted? Why ain't it sorted? So if anyone's watching this, like, and you want to come on any show, not just mine, a promoter's dream is not just someone that sells tickets, it's someone that actually fights. Yeah. And I'm sure everyone's seen the amount of fights that have cancelled, the amount of shows that are cancelled, and everyone says, through no faults of my own. You are your own man or woman. Make sure it's done. You know, I make sure everything's done so they get in that ring. I'll make sure everything's done so they get to the venue. I'll make sure everything's done so everyone gets paid. You know, I'm my own man and I'll control that. So I think they need to take control a little bit more and give it their all on that side of it. I know they're boxers, I'm a businessman, so I can get paperwork done or pay someone to do it. They need their managers and maybe someone at home to help them do that side of it.
Well, let's talk about the fights that are happening. It's 2 title fights. You got your first women's title fight. How good is that? Yeah,
it's another tick box. I'm very proud to have that on. Obviously, Amy come through a tough fight at my last show. We knew it had to be a tough fight to line up for this one. And then obviously Lindsay, she had a real good fight recently as well, and she come through that. And now that's lined up for a title. Louise Alton could have been fighting for a title in this show as well, but unfortunately her opponent didn't win her last fight, so that dropped down. And then obviously we've got Constantine Ursu, he's fighting Bassi Rassak. Bassi had to get out in the week to get his record in the winning one. Well, his last fight had to be a win, and he went out and done it. He done it in a good form, come through safe, and now we've got a real good fight in our hands.
Yeah, and there's plenty of 50-50 fights as well as those title fights, which is what you pride yourself on.
Yeah, you can't do all this and have someone fight a journeyman who's paid to lose. You can't put all this in. It's just not right. I know the Matchrooms, the Queensberries, all the big boys, they can do that because they're building a fighter, they're building his name, they're building his record. But in this small hall, you can't. You know, I have to bridge the gap, and if I'm bridging the gap, these are the things I've got to do. I grew a lot quicker than I should have, so I've had to step my game up. So they need to step theirs up and fight someone who's coming to win.
There's a lot of people as well who are making their top tier debuts. They haven't. There's one debutant actually making his pro debut on the card, but also people who haven't been on the top tier show before, and they've seen the previous shows. They've maybe been to them, and they're really excited to be on it. How much does that mean to you? The fact that they are desperate to be on these shows.
It was the sales pitch that I made. I knew if I do stuff like this, if I do the social media content, if I do the big walkouts, filming, George Groves commentating on you, Barry Jones commentating on you, Andy Clark, Alex Stedman, that attracts a boxer that wants to be on the show and he wants to be around that. Now, if you want that, you have to tick the boxes and fight someone who's coming to win, because it's not worth fighting a journeyman when I'm putting that into you. It's a lot of money, a lot of time, and if we're paying a journeyman, that's a lot of loss, for both sides of that deal. So, yeah, it means the world to me, and I'm glad that it's working out.
I know we're a month away, but what do you think is going to be the fight of the night? What is going to steal the show?
Listen, there's so many. We've got James Hawley versus Rob Parry. That's a cracker, and James has come back. He's 9-0. He goes 10-0, beats someone with a winning record, and then he's in line for a good title. So that could be fight of the night, if I believe. But obviously, Stelios versus Ben Crocker. What a fight, number one in Wales versus number one in Greece on the number one show in Essex. Tough fight. I thought Ben was a lot taller than her, Stelios, but it's not. It's crazy. So I think if I had to bet, Crocker, Papadopoulos, fight of the night.
Okay. Because you got Harley Whitwell back on as well, and she stole the show last time out.
Yeah, she did. I shouldn't go against her, really, should I? She might beat me up. But no, listen, she's in. Win this, which I guarantee she does. And then, what we'll do is we'll put in for an English title already.
Brilliant, moving her along quickly. Well, it's going to be a great night. Obviously, we've got a month, so is it chaotic for the next few weeks for you?
Yeah, someone shouting my name. You will worry when the phone goes off and it's a boxer or manager from now to the fight night. But as long as the boys are safe and the girls are safe, that's all that matters. They're all doing what they need to do. This will help with their ticket sales, I'm sure of it. And then I'm really excited as well for Zach Fee. I haven't mentioned him yet, but Zach Fee, he wins this. His next fight will be for a youth title. So let's get him through here. He's got a great away fighter in Jake Pollard. Good things for Zach. Every fight of his has been on my show, and he should have been signed by now. That didn't work out, so there's no shame in that. Let's get him a title, and I'm sure he'll get snapped up.
Plenty to look forward to, and remember that is happening on April 27th from the Brentwood Centre in Essex, and if you can't make it down, it is live on Sky Channel 186.